Good morning, Algebra scholars. I kind of just woke up, so I haven't gotten myself really ready for the day, but I wanted to get this out in case the internet is slow to load up this video. So this is what we're going to be doing this week. So this is this week at a glance. We're going to try to choose a real life situation and then come up with a reasonable domain and identify constraints and maybe give some data. So I tried to get you thinking about that last week when we were thinking about the senators and the states. We did have a little problem with that. So if you tried that assignment last week, I did give you good feedback, but I tried to give you a hint that every state has two senators. So if you list the state first, you would have like PA, Pat Toomey, and then PA, Bob Casey. And since the PA would repeat, it wouldn't be a function. So I tried to make that clear um, with you on Saturday. I looked at your stuff on Saturday, and hopefully you got that. Okay, so trying to move away from Desmos. I feel like, Desmos is just getting to be too much for you guys. So and I'm going to try something different, maybe move away from so many Desmos. I think you might be cheering right now in the background. I don't know. But I'm going to do a pair deck today where you're going to go through and try to find a reasonable domain. So let's take a look at the notes for the week. So here are the notes. If I want to view them full screen, make them a little bit easier. So we know what a domain is. It's the X values or the input. A reasonable would be the values that would work for this situation. Some things won't work. For instance, in my example where I have the states and then the senators, I wouldn't be able to put in something in the domain that wasn't a state because that's the function, taking each state and then giving the senators for that state. Okay, so for example, suppose Pete is counting all the paper clips in his closet. He knows that each box of paper clips holds 100. So basically, he's counting the paperclip boxes, right? The domain would be the number of boxes, and the range is the whole number of clips that he has. So a reasonable domain would be starting at 1 because he has one box of paper clips, two boxes of paper clips, so forth. So that's what you're going to be doing in the pair deck today, this stuff. So this is tomorrow. You're going to be looking at continuous and discrete. So continuous means that it just keeps on going on and on. So this curly function, which is actually a function to the third power, which we learn when we get into um, pre-calculus, which is like very exciting. Okay, so this would be x to the third power, and that is continuous because it doesn't end. And this is just a linear, like a y equals mx plus b, but again, it never ends, so it's continuous. Discrete means that there are points, okay? It's not continuous. So it means the domain and also the range is just whole numbers or integers. So it's just a series of points, right? It's a series of points. So that's the difference between continuous and discrete. Now, when you go on your Savas exercises, and we have a lot of Savas this week, you will be learning this as well. So I have two ways for you to learn it. One's on Savas and then me teaching it as well. We're going to be working with Google Slides this week a lot. Me giving you a Google slide and you doing some sorts, or me giving you a Google slide and we are working with that and within that slide. And we'll talk about what a Freyer model is on uh, Wednesday. But maybe you've seen a Freyer model in your vocabulary classes. Um, you're actually going to be really completing a Google slide on Thursday after we've done all this practice with it, and then discussing um, your Google slide, and then you will actually create a Flipgrid to share your situation out. Okay, so that's what that looks like. There's the document for today. This is what your echo looks like for today. Again, make sure you always read that document and put it up if you can on your e-notebook. You're supposed to. We're supposed to be holding you guys accountable for that. You're supposed to have an e-notebook. Your notes should be up there so it's in one place. And then you're going to do a pair deck today. And please do the IXL because that does count towards your grade. Okay, if you come into Zoom or if you email me, you can get extra credit points. And there will be an extra credit thing that is every week. So I wanted to go through this with you real quick before I ended this video. So these are the things that went up on your grade book. For the 16th, you're supposed to do a flip grid and you're supposed to do a Desmos activity. So make sure you do those. I want you to look at this. There was another Desmos activity here for relations and functions. And I want you to really look at this one, Savas 3-1 exercise 1. I'm actually listing that as an extra credit. So there should be 2 different places for you to earn extra credit. You can always earn extra credit if you come into Zoom or if you email me. You can also earn extra credit another way. Sometimes I will tell you, I believe in this particular Desmos, the one on 414, I said, if you do this, you'll get extra credit. And I did give people extra credit for that. So if you take a look here, you can see you could have earned an extra 3 extra credit points for knowledge and thinking, which is sweet. Okay, that helps out a lot. I also decided to give extra credit points here as well with this Savas. So if you went into the Savas exercise, you could get up to 4 extra credit points if you did it. And some of you did, so you got it. But here's the key here. And this is something we were all told and the teachers are following by. You cannot earn the extra credit unless you do the work for the week. So I was not going to give the Savas points to anyone that didn't finish what they were supposed to this week. So make sure you do the work for the week and then you can get the extra credit. Please come into Zoom for that extra credit. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good week.